cilantro, and cilantro once again. What's up, 23% Nation? This is your man, Coach D. Today, I'm back with vegetable of the day, the one and only cilantro. So maybe you think cilantro is a vegetable. Maybe you think it's an herb. Maybe you think it's a spice with everything nice. Well, whatever the case may be, please listen and watch on why, because we're about to dive just a little deeper into the wonderful world of cilantro. First up, a little bit of background information. Cilantro is an herb popular around the globe that resembles flat leaf parsley at first glance, but at first sniff, it transports you to the Mediterranean, Mexico, Asia, and India. Now, take a look at the picture, ladies and gentlemen. For those of us who are wondering what in the world does flat leaf parsley look like versus cilantro, well, there you have it. As you can clearly see, they do resemble one another with some slight differences, primarily in the shape of the leaves. Also, cilantro gives a fresh boost of flavor without the addition of sea salt or other seasonings. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's one of the primary differences between an herb and a vegetable. That's right. Herbs primarily are used in much smaller amounts, and they are also primarily used to give flavor to dishes. That's right. So there we have it, guys. We now know the difference between flat leaf parsley and cilantro. All right, more background information. One of the reasons that cilantro is so unique is due to its versatility. While green and leafy, it brings a fresh, nearly citrusy flavor to foods. Once it flowers, it produces seeds, and the flavor of the leaves intensify. Interesting. Plus, the seeds contain their own health benefits. So maybe, just maybe, that means that we should be eating the seeds as well. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you ever come across any cilantro seeds, go ahead, eat them. All right, now it's time for a few fun facts. A lot of us may be a little confused. We may not know the difference between cilantro versus coriander, or we may think that they're one and the same. Well, let's find out. Many people are familiar with the coriander spice and often wonder, what is coriander? Are coriander and cilantro the same thing? Well, let's find out. Cilantro and coriander both come from the same plant, also known as Coriandrum sativum, or the cilantro plant. The term cilantro refers to the stalks and leaves, while coriander refers to the dry cilantro seeds. There's a difference. While cilantro is generally sold and consumed fresh, the seeds are used either whole or ground into a fine powder. Wow, who knew? So, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at the picture. As you can clearly see, there is a big difference between cilantro and coriander. Yes, they both come from the same plant. However, they are two completely different parts of the plant. Cilantro refers to the leaves, whereas coriander refers to the seeds. Wow, good stuff. So more fun facts about the one and only cilantro. All right, it's time for the not so fun facts. Both coriander and cilantro are considered safe. Well, I guess that's good news, right? However, individuals that are allergic to fennel, dill, aniseed, caraway, or other similar herbs may experience mild allergic reactions. Oh no, say it ain't so, Coach D. Oh yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are at all allergic to fennel, dill, aniseed, caraway, or any type of other herb, then you may experience some type of allergic reaction to cilantro. Now, of course, your genetics may be a little different, so you may not experience the same allergic reactions. My opinion is this: try it. Then if you see anything wrong, then you can always reduce it. If you still are experiencing adverse effects, then you probably want to consult with your doctor or completely eliminate it from your daily diet. So there we have it, guys, the not so fun facts about the one and only cilantro. Okay, more not so fun facts. Rare instances of severe allergic reactions have been linked to occupational exposure. In these uncommon cases, research suggests that anaphylaxis and respiratory symptoms are due to repeated exposure, most often in processing facilities. Individuals with bronchitis or asthma should be careful when using dried, ground coriander, as it may cause irritation of the bronchial arteries. Oh no. That's right, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have bronchitis or if you suffer from asthma, then you probably want to stay away from both cilantro and coriander. So there we have it, guys. More not so fun facts about the one and only cilantro. All right, it's time to dive into the 520 rule. 23% Nation, the 520 rule is all about food labels. That's right, guys. It helps us to read and understand food labels. As a matter of fact, it's a guide. It's a guide that lets us know whether or not a food or beverage item is a good source or not a good source of any particular nutrient. So, when we talk about the 520 rule, specifically we're talking about percent daily value, abbreviated percent DV. Now, let's take a look at our sample food label. As you can see, it is primarily divided into three main parts. We have the purple portion, the yellow portion, and the blue portion. So let's take it portion by portion. First, let's talk about the purple percent daily value column. Now, as you can see, percent DV is represented as a percentage, and basically it's a range with a low end that is as low as 0% with a high end as high as 100%. Now, let's take a look at the yellow nutrients. Now, the yellow nutrients, unfortunately, do a really good job at promoting disease, sickness, and illness within the body temple. So the next time you eat or drink something, you probably want to make sure that these nutrients are as close to 0% as possible. Now, let's take a look at the blue nutrients, such as dietary fiber, vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, and iron. Well, guys, these nutrients do just the opposite of the saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol, and sodium. Rather than promote disease, they promote wellness and health within the body temple. So the next time you eat or drink something, you may want to check the food label to see if these nutrients are as close to 100% as possible. Now, let's go ahead and expand on the 520 rule. Let's explain it just a little deeper, shall we? If a food or beverage item offers anywhere from 0% to 9% DV of any particular nutrient, then that food or beverage item is considered not a good source of that particular nutrient. Next, if a food or beverage item offers 10% to 19% DV of any particular nutrient, then that food or beverage item is considered a good source of that particular nutrient. Next, if a food or beverage item offers 20% DV or greater, then that food or beverage item is considered an excellent source of that particular nutrient. So there we have it, guys, the ins and outs about the 520 rule. All right, now it's time to dive into the nutrition facts of the one and only cilantro. For today's lecture, we're going to say that a single serving of cilantro is a quarter cup, not even a half cup, not even a full cup, just a quarter of a cup. So in this single serving, we're only going to get 1 calorie, 0.1 grams of carbs, 0.1 grams of protein, and 0.1 grams of fiber. Ladies and gentlemen, notice that I highlight both protein and fiber. Well, here's the really good news, is that protein, of course, is very important, and so is fiber. And the really good news is that plant foods are generally the only types of foods where you can get both protein and fiber in the same product. That's right. So the next time you're eating plants, think about this. You're getting both protein and fiber. How nice. Moving on. Now, when it comes to vitamin K, this single serving is going to give us 16% DV. So that's a good source of vitamin K. Next up is vitamin A, coming in at only 5% DV. Not a good source. Vitamin C coming in at only 2% DV, not a good source. Vitamin E, folate, and potassium all only coming in at only 1% DV, not a good source. Now, a lot of people may say, well, Coach D, cilantro doesn't seem to be very beneficial. Well, guys, it's just the opposite. Remember, these percent DVs are based on a single serving. So if you want more vitamin K, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, folate, and potassium, all you got to do is double up the servings, right? So there we have it, guys. More nutrition facts about the one and only cilantro. All right, it's time to talk about the health benefits. But before we do, I want to drop a few wisdom dimes on you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to talk about the principle of cause and effect, which basically states that every cause has its effect and every effect has its cause. There really is no such thing as chance and or luck. In other words, everything happens for a reason. That being said, I want to let you know that currently, if you're healthy, well, chances are you caused it. And just the opposite, on the flip side, if you have a disease, if you're sick, or if you're ill, then yeah, chances are you caused that too. So, let's apply the principle of cause and effect to the health benefits of cilantro. So the question is, I'm going to give you the health benefits, which technically are the effects, but more importantly, we need to find out what are the causes, right? Which phytonutrients, which medicines are in the cilantro that yield these benefits? Well, here we go. Health benefit number 1, cilantro rids the body of heavy metals. So now the question is, which medicines, which phytonutrients cause this? Well, say hello to arsenic, cadmium, aluminum, lead, and mercury. Health benefit number 2, protects against oxidative stress. Well, which phytonutrient is responsible? Well, say hello to quercetin. Benefit number 3, reduces anxiety. What's the medicine? Well, cilantro has sedative properties. Benefit number 4, lowers blood sugar levels. So the question is, which phytonutrient is responsible? Well, say hello to fiber. Benefit number 5, supports heart health. Great. So, which medicine, which phytonutrient causes this? Well, say hello to the polyphenols. Benefit number 6, prevents urinary tract infections. So the question is, which phytonutrient is responsible? Well, say hello to antibacterial compounds. So there we have it, guys. 6 amazing health benefits from the one and only cilantro. Oh, look, more health benefits. Number 7, settles digestive upset. Well, believe it or not, guys, cilantro has a cooling effect on the body. How nice. Benefit number 8, protects against food poisoning. So, which phytonutrient, which medicine is the cause? Well, say hello to its antibacterial properties. Benefit number 9, supports healthy menstrual function. Ladies, so the question is, which phytonutrient is responsible? Well, say hello to the seed extracts. Benefit number 10, prevents neurological inflammation. So the question is, which medicine is responsible? Well, say hello to the antioxidants. Benefit number 11, may help protect against colon cancer. Say hello to fiber. And last but not least, cilantro soothes skin irritation. So, what's the cause? Well, antihistamines. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Not 6, but actually 12 amazing health benefits from the one and only cilantro. All right, guys, it's time to talk about food, but particularly plant foods. It's time to visit our go-to website for everything vegan, so say hello to forksoverknives.com. Now, as usual, I went to the website, did just a little bit of research, and I came across 2 delicious cilantro vegan recipes that I want to share with you right now. So the first one is entitled Quinoa Stuffed Tomatoes with Spicy Cilantro Pesto. Take a look at the picture. Looks delicious, yes. And the second recipe is Spicy Cilantro Pesto. That's right, guys. So if you're looking to make a nice spicy cilantro dip, well, this is it. Now, if your mouth is watering, kind of like mine is right now, then all you have to do is click on the description box. That's right. I'm providing you with a direct link to both of these recipes. So do me a favor. Click on the description box, click on the link, make the dish, taste the dish, come back to the video and share your thoughts. So there you have it, guys. Not 1, but 2 amazingly vegan cilantro recipes from forksofaknives.com. All right, 23% Nation, I hear you. A lot of you say, well, Coach D, thanks for the fun facts, your nutrition facts, and even the not so fun facts. But what I really want to know is, when in the world should I eat more cilantro? Well, if that's your question, then I got to tell you that the perfect day to eat more cilantro is Nature Day. That's right, guys. It's called Nature Day. Now, a lot of us may not know what Nature Day is, and that's okay. I do want to say this, that Nature Day is the first day of the 23% challenge. Now, a lot of us may be weirded out and we may not know what the 23% challenge is, and that's okay too. So, in a nutshell, the 23% challenge is a monthly 7-day wellness program that is designed to help improve your health, your wealth, your relationships, and guess what? It also helps us save good old planet Earth. Now, here are 2 things that we need to know about the challenge. Number 1, it's monthly, meaning every month of the year, meaning January all the way through December, and it's only 7 days long. Actually, it's the first 7 days of every single month. Now, being that Nature Day is the first day of the challenge, that simply means that Nature Day is the first day of every month. That's right. So whether it's June 1st, July 1st, or even August 1st, it's always Nature Day. Now, a lot of us may be intrigued. A lot of us may be inspired. But we still need more information, right? So the question is, what is Nature Day all about? Well, guys, Nature Day is all about getting closer to nature. Now, yes, there are lots of different things you can do in order to get closer to nature, but I want to suggest that we get closer to nature by simply eating more plants. That's right, guys, it's time to eat more plants. Now, for some of us, that may be easy. For others, it may be difficult. So, for those of us who think it's hard, you think it's difficult to eat more plants, well, why don't you try Coach D's baby steps? That's right, guys. So how about this? What if before 12 p.m. you only eat plant foods and drink only water, right? That way, after 12 p.m., you can eat whatever you want to eat. Or how about after 12 p.m., you only eat plant foods and drink only water? That way, before 12 p.m., you can eat whatever you want, okay? Now, some of us may think that that 12-hour period may not be enough. And so we may want to up the ante. Well, if that's you, then you may want to try to become a 3% vegan. Now, what is that? Well, it's any person, man, woman, or child, who only eats plant foods and drinks only water only 1 day out of an entire month. Next up is a 10% vegan. That's any person, man, woman, or child, who only eats plant foods and drinks only water only 3 days out of an entire month. Next up is the 17% vegan. Now, that's any person, man, woman, or child, who only eats plant foods and drinks only water only 5 days out of an entire month. And lastly is the ultimate 23% vegan. Now, technically, that's what Coach D considers himself to be. So what does that mean? Well, it means that for the first 7 days of every single month, I only eat from the 5 food groups of plant foods. That's right, guys. And of course, I only drink water. So now the question is, what in the world are the 5 food groups of plant foods? Well, here we go. Number 1, fruits. Number 2, vegetables, herbs, and spices. Number 3, legumes, meaning beans and peas. Number 4, nuts and seeds. And number 5, good old whole grains. So there we have it, guys. We now know what Nature Day is all about. Okay, so 23% Nation, you may have even more questions now, right? Because now you probably want to know, well, who in the world should participate in Nature Day? After all, it is about eating more plants. So maybe the question is, who needs to eat more plants? Well, guys, let's talk about it. So maybe you have some type of physical ailment, right? Maybe you've been stricken with the big 4, meaning heart disease, obesity, cancer, and type 2 diabetes. Maybe you have skin issues such as eczema, psoriasis, pimples, and acne. Maybe you have digestive issues such as constipation, irritable bowel syndrome, or maybe leaky gut syndrome, or maybe ulcers, right? Or maybe you have mental issues such as depression, anxiety, ADHD, or maybe you have anger issues. Well, if you have any of those problems, then you probably want to eat more plants. Believe it or not, guys, eating more plants will offer a natural, holistic approach to your healing. Maybe you're the type of person who wants to change their appearance. Maybe you want to lose inches. Maybe you want to lose weight. Maybe you want to build a little bit of muscle. So you can always try our vegan bulk program or vegan lean program. Or maybe you're the type of person who wants to just transition from the standard American diet to a more whole food plant-based diet. Then Nature Day is for you. Or maybe you're looking to improve the environment, right, by simply eating more plants. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you meet any of these qualifications, characteristics, right, then Nature Day is definitely for you. All right, it's time for Coach D's tips. I'm interested in giving out help, assistance, advice for those of us who want to have a successful Nature Day. So, tip number 1, go to your local grocery store. Now, when you get there, you're going to go to 3 places. Number 1 is the produce section. Number 2 is the freezer aisle. Number 3 is the canned good aisle. Now, a lot of people may say, well, Coach D, which is best, right? I mean, should I eat fresh fruits and vegetables? Should I eat canned? Should I eat frozen? Well, let's talk about it. In first place, I'm going to say produce section, right? Because all the food there is raw. It hasn't been cooked, so it's going to probably have the greatest nutrient content. And a close second will be the frozen, right? Because even though it's been frozen, believe it or not, the nutritional content is very close to that of fresh. And way in the back, like maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 laps behind, all the way in third place, it's going to be canned. Here's what you got to understand about any canned food, plant food or not, is that during the canning process, unfortunately, a lot of the nutrients are destroyed and a lot of toxins are added. That's right. So when you pop open that can, you may end up eating more toxins than you do nutrients. So that's why fresh is first, frozen is second, and third is canned. Tip number 2, go to the prepared dishes section of your local grocery store. So once you're done with the produce section and the canned good aisle and the freezer aisle, walk on over to the prepared dishes section. Talk to the person behind the counter and ask them if they have any vegan, not vegetarian options. If they do and you like how it looks, then ask for a sample. Don't worry, it's free. And if you like it, buy it by the pound, maybe 2, maybe even 3 pounds if you really, really, really like it. Next up, go visit your local farmer's market. Now, I highly recommend that if you're the type of person who has to have organic this, organic that, non-GMO this, non-GMO that, then yes, a farmer's market is going to be ideal for you. And here's an even greater point, is that the produce may be cheaper than what you find in your local grocery store. Why? Well, because the produce is grown locally. That's right. Tip number 4, go visit your local vegan restaurant. Now, vegan restaurants do an amazing job. Why? Because they hire vegan chefs who know exactly how to cook plant food so that they retain the majority of their nutrients. And they also know which plant foods to combine to yield the most nutritious, delicious dishes. Tip number 5, get a subscription to a vegan meal prep company. Now, I highly recommend this for those of us who claim not to have time to cook plant foods. We don't want to cook plant foods. We don't know how to cook plant foods, right? Well, I say let somebody else do the cooking for you. So give them a call, get the subscription. Now, here's how they operate. They make the food, they deliver the food, you eat the food. It's just that simple. So there you have it, guys. 5 amazing tips to help make your Nature Day successful. All right, it's time for our question of the day. And this comes from yours truly and the rest of the 23% nation. Why? Because we have inquiring minds. So we want to know, are coriander and cilantro the same thing? Now, I believe I covered this information earlier in the lecture. So if you got it, good. Please write your answer in the comment box below. If you happen to miss it, that's okay. Just simply hit rewind. All right, guys, I want to thank you for watching. I definitely want to thank you for listening. As always, let's eat well, feel well, think well, do well, be well. This is your man, Coach D. Now, before I sign out, I got to ask you to please subscribe, share, comment, and like the video, especially if you love cilantro. And don't forget to use our 3-word mantra. It's hashtag eat more plants. As stated earlier, my name is Coach D. I'm signing out. Take care and God bless. And never ever forget that Coach D loves you.